Palmolive soap, your beauty hope, and luster cream shampoo for soft, glamorous dream girl hair bring you Our Miss Brooks, starring Vila Lamb.
I've just closed the doors to the auditorium, Miss Brooks. I think we're almost ready to begin. Oh, can you imagine? The whole gymnasium full of people ready to watch two glorious men fighting for my hand.
Please, Harriet. They are not fighting to the death, you know.
I can't help feeling a little apprehensive, though, Miss Brooks. You know, I tease Walter a lot. He really is my dreamboat. Stretch is kind of cute, but I can't really see a future with him. During games, I always sit in the front row and watch him play and cheer him on, and he always comes running by me with his football and smiles at me. Sometimes he's even running the right way. And after the game, I always run up to him and give him a big hug and kiss. I wonder if maybe he's mistaken my friendship for something more.
It could be.
He's a nice boy, Stretch. I hope he doesn't clobber Walter too badly.
It's not too late, Harriet. You could still stop this fight. Tell Walter how you feel.
I already did. I told him he's the only boy for me. But he is determined to see this through. It's his honor, you see. He feels that Stretch has betrayed their friendship. There was nothing to do but give him my handkerchief and wish him luck. Oh, I feel like a tragic Shakespearean heroine. Isn't it marvelous? Oh, I better get to my seat. I guess the fight is going to begin. I've reserved a seat right up front. After all, I am the woman of the hour. See you soon, Miss Brooks.
Must be a lovely world that girl is living in. I'd like to join her sometime. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's entertainment. I am Miss Brooks. Thank you. And of course, you all know our esteemed biology teacher, Mr. Boynton.
Thanks, kids.
And now, without further ado, I'll turn you over to our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Conklin.
Thank you, Harriet. As you all know, we are here to witness a grudge match between two of our undergraduate students. In the left corner, in the blue trunks, weighing in at 160 pounds, is Madison's star athlete, Stretch Snodgrass. And in the right corner, weighing in at 120 pounds, with red trunks and a catcher's mask. A catcher's mask? Denton, remove that at once. As I was saying, in the right corner, Walter Denton. I will now hand the microphone over to Miss Brooks, who will commentate on the fight while I referee.
Testing, testing. Connie Brooks to control tower.
Stop clowning. Now, boys, come out of your corners and take your fighting positions. I want this to be a nice, clean fight. No pinching, scratching, or gouging. I want to be clear that at all times I will be a fair and impartial referee. Now stretch. Make sure to retreat to your corner every time Denton is on the floor. And Denton, just give the sign when you want us to collect the body. Let's get on with the fight. Retreat to your corners and come out fighting.
Go get him, Tiger. We're all rooting for you.
And the fight has started. Both boys emerge cautiously from the ring. Whoops. Now Walter Denton has taken the first fall. He forgot to tie his shoelace. Okay, now he's on his feet again, and the two boys have met in the center, circling each other warily. First, Stretch dances around Walter. Now, Walter is dancing around Stretch. Now they are both dancing together. So far, neither one has thrown a punch. These are obviously cagey fighters, ready to tough it out for the long haul.
Why don't you take a shot, Snodgrass?
I can't, Walter. I don't want to fight you.
Well, you should have thought about that before you threw yourself at Harriet.
I didn't ever throw myself at anyone. I never meant to hurt you, Walter. You are my best friend, and nothing is going to change that, no matter what happens tonight. I don't know what happened with Harriet. When I see her out on a field while I'm playing football and she's cheering me on, I don't know. It just gives me a reason to keep playing. I know I ain't nowhere near as smart as you, but when I'm around Harriet and she smiles at me, I just don't feel so dumb.
She's pretty terrific, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. But what are we fighting for? We both know that the only guy Harriet is ever going to love is you. So why don't we give it up?
We can't just give up now. The whole school is here to watch. One of us has got to make a move. Go on, old buddy. Throw a punch at me.
I can't, Walter. I ain't even mad at you. Go ahead and take a poke at me. It won't hurt me none. We can't let the people down.
I can't do it, Stretch, old pal.
You have to, Walter. You need to win the fight or else you'll be banished forever from Harriet.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'll take a shot at you, but I'll hold back because with my iron fists, I could do serious damage.
Gee, thanks, Walter.
And that signals the end of the first round. Both boys will retreat to their corners for a 2-minute break. Both will take a well-earned drink of water. Stretch in particular did some pretty eloquent talking.
You're doing terrific, boy.
Yeah, I took a rough fall there, but I think I recovered.
Are you ready?
Sure, I'm just tightening my laces. Spray me.
Go get him, Tiger. We're all rooting for you.
And the boys once again square off in the center, both of them obviously exhausted from the first round. They circle each other once again, each one keeping their distance, waiting for the other to strike. So too waits the audience.
We gotta go for it this time, Walter. I'll stand still so you can take a clean shot. I'll take the fall, and you can win.
Okay, if you're sure.
I'm ready, pal.
And that signals the end of the round. Both fighters retreat to the safety of their corners.
What is going on here? The bell keeps ringing 2 seconds into the round. Neither fighter has had a chance to land a blow.
That's the idea, Mr. Conklin.
Now you listen to me, Miss Brooks. This game you're playing is over. I want you to start the next round, and Mrs. Davis better not ring that bell till one of those boys is bleeding on the mat. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Sorry, boys. You're on your own.
Go get him, Tiger. We're all rooting for you.
And the next round starts. The audience in suspense. Who will take the first hit? Will there be a first hit?
This is getting ridiculous, Walter.
It's no use, buddy. I just can't hit a guy who's not even defending himself.
But what are we going to do? We can't dance around here all night.
I got an idea. Let's both of us close our eyes and come at each other swinging. Whoever gets hit, well, that's fate.
I think you got something there, Walter. Let's try it.
Hold it, folks. Looks like we have a surprise development down on the mat. I'm going down for a closer look. What happened, Walter?
It was an accident, Miss Brooks. We had our eyes closed, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Look, he's coming too.
I better get out of here. He's going to kill me.
Denton, stay where you are. What was the meaning of that dastardly attack on my person.
I swear, Mr. Conklin, I wasn't trying to hit you.
Nonsense. I saw you. You were winding up.
This is what I tried to warn you about, Mr. Conklin. I knew someone was going to get hurt.
But it wasn't supposed to be me. What I want to know is what happened.
Well, it's really very simple, Mr. Conklin. We decided to close our eyes and just come out swinging, and you got in the way. Oh, like this.
Class dismissed.
Miss Brooks, what am I supposed to do? I just punched out our principal's lights right here in front of everyone.
Don't worry about it, Stretch. It's the way the audience would have wanted it. Miss Brill, what are you doing here?
I told you before, call me Janice. When I heard that Madison High was hosting a boxing match tonight, I figured I would stick around. I always enjoy a good fight.
And did you enjoy it?
Immensely.
Well, you better make a hasty retreat. Mr. Conklin has just come to, and he's on the warpath. I came ahead to batten down the hatches.
I'm not afraid of Mr. Conklin.
Look, if it's a question of your getting the Medal of Honor, you've got my vote. But please get out of here. If Mr. Conklin sees you right now, they'll need a Richter scale to measure his blood pressure.
Connie, you're getting yourself all worked up. You are far too beautiful to do that. Come and sit down.
Did you say beautiful?
I did. But if I'm embarrassing you, I can stop.
Who's stopping you?
Did you have a chance to consider my offer about moving to Clay City?
I really haven't had time. It's been a hectic day.
But of course, you've been run off your feet all day. That's not good for a woman like you. Sure, you're beautiful now, but think how you will look after another 10 years of faithful service here at Madison High.
It's not the school so much. It's the principle of the thing.
Yes, Mr. Conklin, look at what he's done to you. He's trampling you, stifling you. You need air, Miss Brooks.
Yes. Maybe I should open a window.
Please, I'm making you nervous. It's just that I see you as more than just a teacher. It's true that right now schools are facing an economic breakdown. Good teachers are a rarity. Schools all over the nation are closing down. It's a bleak time, Miss Brooks. Now, I realize I'm painting a rather ugly portrait, but that's not the reason I came here today to seek your attention. Yes, my school could benefit from the expertise of a teacher like you, but I have a far more compelling reason to beg your transfer. You see, Connie, it's a matter of the heart.
You can't be serious. We hardly know each other. Besides, I've been going unsteadily with Mr. Boynton for years.
Mr. Boynton, Madison High's biologist, second alternate of the Volunteer Fire Laddies Association, local troop leader of the Eager Beaver Scouts.
Yes, and up till now, Mr. Boynton has been the least eager of the beavers.
Mr. Boynton is a fine teacher and a good man, no doubt, but he has no passion. In many ways, he's still a boy. He's not ready for love and romance. I'm ready now. I want to take you into my arms and whisk you away to Clay City. Won't you be my cuddly Connie?
What's going on in here? Janice Brill? What on earth are you doing holding the hand of one of my teachers?
She won't be one of your teachers much longer, Osgood. She's agreed to come away with me and be my cuddly Connie.
Look, I never agreed to anything. We were just talking, and the topic of transfer did come up.
Well, whatever she said to you is a complete and utter fabrication. You should know that she is the most underhanded principal in this jurisdiction. Just after school, she told me that she would stop at nothing to gain you as a teacher. Oh, we even made a bet of $5.
Is this true?
The man doesn't know what he's talking about. He would say anything to try and discredit me, not a shred of proof.
You demanded a receipt for the bet. I have the stub right here. How is that for proof, you old windbag?
Connie, rather than stoop to deception, I will be honest. I did make that bet, but it was a bet sworn on an oath of love and allegiance. I would never.
Oh, shut up!
Yes.
Are you all right, Daddy? That was a terrible knock you took on your head. Are you seeing okay?
I'm fine, Harriet. Just stop bouncing around so. Now, I want to know just what happened tonight. People came here to see Walter Denton get his brains knocked out, and somehow I ended up sprawled on the mat. People came to see a fight, not an old Keystone Cop routine.
To be fair, nobody asked for their money back.
And nobody asked for your opinion, Miss Brooks. And don't think I don't know who was pulling the strings behind all this. You were against the fight from the beginning. And all through the match, you never allowed the boys to even put a glove on each other. You kept popping out like a demented jack-in-the-box.
I thought Walter was wonderful.
Oh, shucks, Harriet. Did you really think so?
Oh, you send me, Walter. You really send me.
Oh, enough! I thought this was supposed to be a grudge match.
It was, but then we realized that we had nothing to hold a grudge about.
It's like I was trying to tell you before the match, Mr. Conklin. Walter is my best pal. I could never hurt him.
Of course not. Who would tell you about the rabbits?
Just think, Mr. Conklin, since we were able to settle the matter like gentlemen, we can forget all about that silly bet. Why, I'll be over at your house every night. I'm going to wear on you, sir. Eventually, me and you are going to be buddies.
Walter?
Yes, sir.
Turn blue. This has been a most trying day, and I don't wish to spend another minute in this office. Denton, I want you to get that trash heap out of the parking lot and go home. Take Snodgrass with you.
Gee, Mr. Conklin, I'm sorry things didn't work out the way you planned. I guess we can talk later about them football scholarships, huh?
Get lost, boy!
Yeah, we better go. He's turning that color he gets when he's about to pop.
And when he starts to get purple, boy, you better be in another state.
Get out!
Yes, sir. Until tomorrow, Harriet, we have some serious making up to do.
I'm puckered already.
Until then, adieu, lovely one, and lovely one's father.
Oh, gad!
Let's go, stretch.
Harriet, I want you to go out and wait for me in the car. Through the inner office, child. I don't want you catching up with that goon boyfriend of yours and his ridiculous friend. Oh, and to think that I wanted a boy.
But Daddy!
March, Moppet.
Goodbye, Miss Brooks, Mr. Boynton.
Good night, Harriet. Nice to see you back on planet Earth.
Miss Brooks, you do realize that I should punish you?
What did I do?
Oh, I have neither the time nor the wherewithal to give vent to such a reply. Let it suffice that you have been a constant thorn in my side from day one. A pest, one might say. But tonight, when I saw you standing here, holding Jason Brill's hand, my arch enemy, I was struck by a thought. You might be a pest, but you are my pest. For lo, these many years, you have created a destructive path here at Madison High. Not unlike that of a hurricane, but it's an ill wind, as they say, that doesn't blow some good fortune. What I'm trying to say, Miss Brooks, is that you've become an institution here at Madison High School, and as much as it pains me, you would be an irreparable loss. Now, please tell me that you've decided to reject any such thought of departure from Madison.
It's not an easy decision. It might take me days to come up with an answer.
Well, is there Nothing that might persuade you to make up your mind a little faster?
Maybe one thing. Would you miss me if I were to leave, Mr. Boynton?
Oh, I'd miss you terribly, Miss Brooks.
Mr. Conklin, I'm staying.
Good! I knew that I could convince you. They don't call me Silvertongue Osgood for nothing. Now then, it's business as usual. Miss Brooks, you are to be in my office by 7 tomorrow for a thorough debriefing. Now, to go home and face Mrs. Conklin. I trust I can leave you to lock up, Miss Brooks. What a day! I almost had that nincompoop Walter in the palm of my hand. And you know what I would have done to him, Miss Brooks? I would have crushed him.
There is always tomorrow, Mr. Conklin.
Yes. Good night, Miss Brooks. Mr. Boynton.
Oh, wait, Mr. Conklin. What about this painting of our beloved founder, Yodar Critch? It was supposed to be rewarded to the victor of the boxing match, but after Walter and Stretch clobbered you black and blue, we sort of forgot about it. Maybe you would like to keep it. After all, you said it has brought you countless moments of inspiration. What would you like me to do with it, Mr. Conklin?
Wear it. Cheerio.
And then there were two.
Oh, you mean me and you.
All alone in the cozy confines of Mr. Conklin's office. Does it give you any ideas, Mr. Boynton?
Oh, there you are, Connie. I was wondering if you had seen Minerva. I want to take her home. It's well past her bedtime.
No. Why would she be in here?
I gave her some of that chicken broth, and she was enjoying it under Mr. Conklin's desk. Oh dear. I hope I didn't put too much pepper in it.
Too much pepper. Here you are. And before you go, can you do me one favor? Got that, Mrs. Davis?
Oh, sure, Connie. Good night, Mr. Boynton.
I guess I better be heading along too. It's past 9 and I'm groggy all day if I'm not in bed by 10.
If you insist, Mr. Boynton. Why don't you grab the keys from Mr. Conklin's desk and we'll lock up and go?
Sure thing. That's funny. The keys aren't here. They were here just a moment ago when Mr. Conklin left. Wait a minute. Maybe Mrs. Davis grabbed the keys by mistake.
Oh, no.
I better try and catch her. Mrs. Davis! Mrs. Davis!
It's no use, Mr. Boynton. She can't hear you. I think we'll just have to face the fact that we are locked in here together. For the night.
Oh, this is ridiculous. What are two people supposed to do in a dark office all night?
I don't know. Let's turn off the lights and find out.
Miss Brooks, just what was it that you asked Mrs. Davis to do?
Come here, babe.
Miss Brooks!
For every girl who passes by, I shout, hey, maybe you were meant to be my loving baby. Somebody loves me, I wonder who. Maybe it's you.
Our Miss Brooks was brought to you by Haven Theatre, based on the classic radio series created by Al Lewis and produced by CBS Radio. Our Miss Brooks was played by Neil Alem. Others in tonight's cast include Paul Bilodeau, Rick Sutton, Eric Mrakovic, Kim Crosscup, Joel Hazard, and Mary Bean. Good night from all of us here at Haven.